It's that time of the morning that I bring in a guest, special guest today, Ben Brown. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well this morning, Pete. Great to be here.
And it's nice to see you again. And I know, which I'm really going to turn the floor over to you for most of this because you have big news.
We do. It's pretty exciting. It's it's 2026, right? And a lot of change, a lot of things are happening. It's an exciting time in the world today, but also a big year. But something special is happening at Community Bank. And 1901 is when it started. So back July 1st of 1901 is when Community Bank was founded in Carmichael's, PA.
That's incredible.
Carmichael's, PA.
That's incredible.
We're now 125 years later, and this is the year we're celebrating our 125th anniversary at Community Bank.
So with that happening, there are a lot of questions, of course. I'm sure you have things planned.
We do.
And so I want to get to that. Yeah. And maybe you can also tell us what 125 years really kind of means and represents.
Absolutely. And, we as we've been preparing for this, our director of marketing, Frank DeFazio, has been working on this for about a year now. Really great ideas and some really cool stuff. And we really sat down and said, okay, you have anniversaries. So like in your life, you have wedding anniversaries or birthdays, right? And you kind of celebrate milestones. And we know what that means in our personal lives, right? But what does it mean for a bank, right? For an institution? And so we started to think like, okay, what's important about a bank being here for that long, right? And in 125 years, it's also kind of hard for us to conceptualize because most of us don't make it that long, right?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So we got 80 years, we got maybe 90, we can understand that. What's 125? And what we kept coming back to was what's important about that is, a bank does not survive that long unless it's trusted, right?
Absolutely.
So that means clients have to trust that institution because once someone when you don't trust a bank anymore and the business goes away, the bank dies. So we started thinking about that and we said that's not just one person trusting the bank or one generation, that's multiple generations of people trusting the bank, right? So you've got great grandparents and grandparents and parents and kids and grandchildren. And they've all trusted the same bank, right? And so we actually started looking back through our files, looking back through our records. We've got a website coming up later this year in July that we'll be talking about. And we said, wait a minute, there's been periods of time where 60 years ago, a grandmother or a great-grandmother got a loan here or got an account here. And now the grandchild or the grandson is now in here, a granddaughter, and they're getting a loan to start their business. And we said, how cool is the story here?
Yeah.
That same institution has made it that long, and that means people trust it, which means the institution has stayed true to its core, right? It stayed true to its mission. It serves its communities. It's done the right thing through all the good things that have happened in the last 125 years and all the bad things that have happened in the world the last 125 years. Community Bank has been serving its communities.
Just think of all the good you've done for people too. That that
incredible,
whether it was coming up to buy a car or a home or just savings and helping them. In your pictures, just personal question I have to ask you. Do you have any of the pictures of like say the older bank buildings that you could put?
We do. So we are still 125 years later. You talk about a bank being frugal and not being excessive. Yeah. We're still in the same building in Carmichael's, Pennsylvania that we started 125 years ago. So now we've done some renovations, but
course.
Same building.
Yeah.
And we've actually got blueprints from back in like the 20s and 30s when they did the big modernization of it. Put the drive-through in like the 50s and 60s and 70s and stuff like that. The ATMs when those came in. We've got some of the old machines that we used to use, and they punched everything. And we have the old ledger books because 1901, everything was handwritten.
You got to write it by hand.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You bring a deposit for $100 in, we write down.
Yep.
He brought in $100.
Yep. Hey, I remember even getting my first car loans. Everything was still kind of just done that way.
Absolutely.
You had it right, and everybody signed off on it.
Yeah.
So now with this being 125, it is a community bank. As an example. So when you reach out to the community for everything that's going on, what can we expect?
Oh, absolutely. We're actually kicking everything off in May.
Okay.
So next month we'll be kicking things off on our social media, websites, TV, things like that. One of the big pieces is we took that idea, that generations of trust, and we said there's something special there. There's something unique there, right? And so we actually are creating an entire campaign around that. We've got some incredible commercials that are coming that talk about the stories of the people that we have served over those 125 years.
That's awesome.
We've got pictures of them. We've done interviews with them. So all that will be coming out. We're going to be having a special Founders Day kind of celebration on July 1st, which is our official birthday.
Yeah.
In all of our branches, our corporate center, and doing fun, special things throughout the year. But really, when we think about it, it's not really about us. It's about the people and the community and our clients. And so, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of things for them this year just to show our love and share our support. And we're looking at some pretty special projects that we can support this year as well.
Well, I know probably, as you mentioned, July 1st, when you say you can stop by for cake and coffee, you're going to be packed.
Yeah. Indeed.
You're going to have servers on hand for that.
You got it.
That is crazy. It really is. So 125, incredible. Congratulations. And I think it's through people like you and the staffs that you have at your branches that just make it just wonderful for people like me to come in and feel comfortable,
That's good to hear.
It's true. Yeah. And I'll be interested to see some of the pictures too, just because was it last year before, all the improvements you made to the drive-thrus?
Yes.
When you convinced me to try it.
Try that ITM. That's right. Just push the screen.
Push the buttons. That was a big step for me, Ben. I want you to know that.
We did get one question if there was a person inside the machine, and so we politely said no. There's no human inside the box. So
how can they know this?
I don't know. It's magic, right?
It's magic.
Banking magic.
Well, Congratulations. Thanks for coming in as always. I always look forward to seeing you, and you bring the energy and with a good reason with 125 years.
Thank you. Absolute pleasure. We love what we do. We love serving people. We love talking about finances. We love helping. We're here to support. And so come on out, check us out, cb.bank, come into a branch. We've been doing something right to make it this long, and we want to keep that going. So come in, let us serve you, and let's bank together.
People like you, it'll be around a lot longer. It really will. Thanks for coming in, Ben.
My pleasure. Thank you.